Well, your branch leaders just talked to you about membership, and hopefully many of you can sign up for these programs. I think it would be incredibly powerful for us to be able to greet members as members, and I think that would be something that would really help each of us individually in sales and the company in general. You know, speaking of membership, as you walked in this morning, you were handed something very special. And that was a USAA Military Challenge coin, and it commemorates the 20 years that the Movers Advantage program has been in existence. And USAA wanted you to have it because for 3 years running you have met or exceeded the very high standards of customer service that it takes to provide service in this program. And I think it's important for all of us to always remember that we're serving the men and women of the military who have made unbelievable sacrifices to serve our country and to make this such a great place to live, where we have opportunities to be in the business like we have. And I know that whenever you work with a high volume of people through a program, you have your frustrations and your moments with it. But I think all of us should remember and be grateful that we do have these opportunities. I want to tell you a little bit more about the Challenge coin in case you don't know the history. The origin of the military coin and the Challenge coin is World War I. During World War I, there was a squadron, and a lieutenant in that squadron had a bronze coin that was made for each of the pilots in the squadron. One of the pilots was shot down and captured by the Germans. He was actually able to escape, and having everything taken away from him except for that coin. As he was trying to get back to Allied command, he came across a French patrol, and the French patrol was out looking for German saboteurs. And as he told his story that he was an American pilot that had been shot down and escaped, they didn't believe him, and they were actually considering executing him. But they did see the coin, and they were able to reach out and through the coin verify that the only way that he could possibly have that coin is if he was actually a pilot of that squadron. So he was returned to his squadron. That became a tradition of that squadron to every year have a bronze coin made that was given to the pilots that were active in that squadron. And that tradition spread throughout the military. So that's the history of the Challenge coin. You know, more recent history is that it's kind of taken on a little bit of a different meaning sometimes, and for those of you that served in the military, you know this, but if you were to walk into a bar and you have your Challenge coin and you slap it down on the bar, then anybody who's there who's served that doesn't have their Challenge coin has to pay for that round of drinks. If everybody does have a Challenge coin when you slap it down, well, that means that you actually have to pay for the drinks. And it's a great tradition within the military. I want to start a tradition of our own. And what I'd like to ask is that you keep that Challenge coin with you in the office and that you bring it in with you at the A-Team meetings. And I'm asking you to do that for a couple of reasons. Number one, when we get busy and we get running around, we have to constantly remind ourselves of a couple of things. You know, number one, that the people that we're serving are deserving of our service. And number two, to remind ourselves to be thankful for the opportunities that we have and the relationships that we have with these types of companies. So I challenge each of you to always remain above that quality of standard service. And I know that that's a tough one, you know, to get a 10 on the overall experience 95% of the time. But that's who you guys are, that's who we are as a company, and that's the challenge.